Hello, good morning. Uh, Today we will start over Bernard Shaw. Bernard Shaw, and then only one poet will be left. Bernard Shaw, it is in pre-2, definitely, and pre-2, your Bernard Shaw drama is already prescribed. So it will be far better for you to understand, much better for you to understand rather, because as a writer at the same time you are reading him, and his work is already prescribed in your syllabus, so it will be much easier for you to understand the grip of his writing, the skill of his writing. Bernard Shaw as a writer with his whole personality, that will be much better for you to understand. So let us start with Bernard Shaw. He has taken birth in 1856 in Ireland. He was a dramatist, a playwright, a socialist, and a literary critic. Bernard Shaw, as a literary critic, he was also much renowned for a literary critic. And being a literary critic is not easy, because criticism is not telling negative about someone, about someone's writing. It's not like that. Criticism, the general concept moving in the society, that criticism is just telling the negative side of the either the personality is there or the writing is there, but it's not like that. It is a comparative study. It is just a comparative study with its plus and minus, and it is not all about the minus things about criticism. Criticism is a related study with plus and minus both. So criticizing or being a critic of any writer, it is a very responsible thing, that you will have to go through of his several writings, and a very deep knowledge you must have, then only you can be a critic. So he was a literary critic, and he was accepted as a literary critic in his genius stage of his career. He was accepted in this field, and secondly, dramatist he was, and he was a socialist also. Being a socialist was his personality was very much reflected in his writing also. And if someone is telling about he was a socialist, means socialist, so that he was personality wise, thinking wise, character wise, he accept this socialism, and that became, if this tag is in with his personality, that gives a meaning to his name. It just not by the way. And socialism, that is much reflected in his writing also. Playwright, he was much known as a playwright, critic, and political activist, because a socialist, if he was a socialist, then somehow or the other he must be related with political field. It is a thing to understand, that political activist means definitely a political worker. He was much active in his political field also at the same time. So political activist, socialist, and a critic, literary critic, and playwright. These are the much more qualities in him. Pygmalion, if I start with, if I mention one name which was a literary success in his career, that was Pygmalion. But coming to Pygmalion, first we should know that he was started his career, and he was a continuous writer. He never stopped his writing. Rather, he continued his writing from the very start of his career. But unfortunately, he was economically starved. He was not economically solvent. He was not not rich man, but even economically he was a struggled person. So you should you should understand that even behind the success of great personalities, the struggle is hidden there. It's not for you and me only. With a settled person or a renounced person, if you go with the history of such person, so we can understand that this struggle, they had gone with lots of struggle, and they faced almost the same what we are facing or what we face. So he started his career, but he continued his practice in writing, continued very much continuous in his writing. But he was in a very struggled stage in his early phase of his life. But yes, lately time changes. He got the Nobel Prize also in 1925. In 1925 he got Nobel Prize, and actually his the thing that I had told you, that that time a person practiced almost each and every literary field they used to practice. So the same here, he also practiced his writing in novel also, but he was not accepted as a novelist widely. Rather, a novel was rejected or not so much widely accepted as he was accepted as a literary genius, literary critic, as a dramatist, as widely he was accepted for all those things. He was not much accepted as a novelist, because his novel never got the same status or got the same starter in the society. So that's why that publisher, they rejected his novel, unfortunately. But yes, so that's why we are not talking about his novels, but because it was not widely accepted. So as a dramatist, because he was a literary critic and a dramatist, I told you, to dramatist, coming to his dramatist career, you have a drama already in your syllabus, that is Arms and a Man. And I'm not talking about Arms and a Man, about the whole drama. I am simply telling about socialism, as I have told you that he was accepted as a big socialist also, socialist, and who stand for the social discrimination, who stands against social discrimination or the social issues, or for having the struggling for maintaining the same status for each and every branch of each and every class of society. So this is all about socialism. So I am simply telling his socialistic point of view, as in Arms and Man, as you can well assess. And one question also asked about Arms and the Man, that socialism in Arms and the Man, and this socialism, because he was a socialist, so socialism is very much reflected in his drama Arms and the Man. You can have a character about Blunt's Chili. That time Britain saw a lots of a struggle, class struggle. When this plays was written, so Britain saw a lots of class struggle in that period. So Blunt's, there are characters, Blunt's Chili, Petkoff family, Rana, and Sergius, and Luca. These are the character, Nicole. So you can well assess that taking Blunt's Chili as a character. So futility of war, definitely it's a plot in Arms and Man. It's a thought that conveys the moral that war is worthless. Futility is just it's not much needed, or this that. But yes, Blunt's Chili has in communicating with Rana, so the concept comes from Blunt's Chili, that yes, the social and political beliefs. What does he believe about the society and political? What is his concept is related to these two is very much clear. Actually, Blunt's Chili is just the mouthpiece of Shaw is the writer, and he is a socialist figure. So from Blunt, with his character Blunt's Chili, he has presented his belief that about social and political belief. He has made his concept very clear before the audience through Blanche Chili, what is political and social belief about of Shakespeare for the society, because as he has told that yes, the second Arms and the Man, the character comes as Nicole and Luca, who comes from the servant class, and because Petkov family is rich, so they are they never give up any point where he will lose to, where he will not show his status or a strata conscious. The Petkov family, they all the time they impose their richness, their richest strata, they impose their richest strata over Nicole and Rana. So they used to show off their status. So this is again a thing to be to stand for, to stand as a socialist character, as a socialist writer. Shaw also stands against it. So he has presented all the aspects, relationship. It's a comedy, definitely it's a comedy, Arms and the Man. So he has well presented the socialism with the strata consciousness of Petkov family, and through Blanche Chili as his mouthpiece, he has presented the wrong beliefs of society, and what is the belief of Shaw related to political and social. So these things are very much cleared before the writers, before the readers, and yes, so lastly the marriage, the negotiation which goes between the master and the maid, ये क्या कहते हैं इससे, Rana नहीं, Nicole and Rana is the heroine, and Nicole and the maid servant, what is her name? I'm simply missing right now. The maid servant, whoever, Luca. Yes, I got the name. I recalled the name. So Luca, yes, Luca, with a marriage between Luca and Sergius. Lastly, so it shows that yes, socialism much reflects and very boldly reflects. Presenting these relationships and presenting these views. Shaw has well reflected in his writing his socialistic concept, as the terms he is as a socialist is very much justified when you go through reading this drama, Arms and the Man. So this I am telling that it is all, and his writing, his communication is very, very clear, very smooth, and definitely other things are much more interesting in the drama. And why I had mentioned it, because this is the drama here also present, and as a writer is also in your syllabus. So both your example is already in your hand, so it will be better for you to understand why he is called a socialist. This is much justified when you go through the drama Arms and the Man, and he other career also he has placed himself, but as a novelist he was not accepted as boldly. He is accepted as a literary genius and a playwright. Okay then, okay, bye.